right? Right? You grab it and you shake it and it gets heavy and then you pass it on. 23rd of May, what a great time in our lives. But let's pause. Come on, Ryan. We don't all win Stanley Cups every day. And that's true. That's a true statement. Because let's go about 100 plus days earlier, around the 15th of February. That exact same team that won in May was dysfunctional. Isn't that crazy? That team was underperforming. Our GM, our great GM, Serge Savard, was on the edge of making a big trade and firing the coaching staff because we were underperforming and we just weren't getting along. I mean, there was no positive energy. We weren't moving in a direction. So here's what happened. About 100 days earlier from winning that cup, we had a significant meeting. A little bit like you guys, right? Over the next little bit. And I'm not saying you're dysfunctional. Don't get me wrong here. We were. But you guys are having a big meeting. You're going to look at the future you want, right? The goal setting, all of that. That's so exciting. I love that stuff. And we did a similar thing, but in February, we had to create some function. We were much different than you. We actually had to have a bit of a, what we call in the NHL, a blow-up meeting. Our great captain, Bob Gainey, got us together and he said, okay, stop. He said, no more. Not on my watch, right? He said, you can be dysfunctional at any other time of your NHL career, but no more. And then what I love about Bob Gainey is he didn't tell us what to do. He just threw it out at us and he said, fix it, right? Fix it. We sat around this table for a long time. Everybody was quiet. Finally, this guy said to this guy, why do you hate me? This guy says, I don't hate you. He said, yeah, you do. You haven't talked to me in 2 weeks. He said, well, why should I talk to you? You took all my ice time. Isn't that crazy? Can we just put on the table, leaders, that we are human, right? We are needy. At least I am. And you know the problem with Ryan? I got emotions, right? And so we were struggling in February. And the reason I want to use this as a metaphor, independent of where you feel like your team's at today, is that we want to look at the principles that we were able to put in place to get from struggling to making the, obviously the ultimate team win. And can I pause and just congratulate you? And, Jordan and Jason, as you're coming into this team, like this is a highly successful team. Good job, everybody. And congratulations. This has not been an easy year, right? And you guys are looking at, you're going to look forward. We call it I'll show you the language in a minute, but we call it a future positive focus. You're going to look at what you want for a while. And I love that. And I'm going to give you some context over the time that we're together around language that will help you sort of spend some time thinking about that. Okay. So here's what I'd like you to do from each of your perspectives. And don't, this is the one time during our time together, I don't want you to tell each other. I just want you to think about it. You see this line here? So February struggling, and that was our team. I'm sure you don't feel like you're anywhere near there. And if you think about May, right? That's the ultimate team win. That is high performance, consistent. Let me ask you the question on that line, on that sort of linear line. Where do you sense your team's at today? Right? Just have it in your brain, write it on your handout. Just somewhere, right? You're a quarter up from February, you're halfway, you're 3/4, maybe you're 90% to May. Just fire it on there because it's good to have context for us to train towards. Okay, that's our metaphor. Let's use some of the principles and some of the ideas that we had to put in place to get back on track. And by the way, you know what's exciting? We never made one trade. Isn't that exciting? Same personnel. Hey, how about this? Management, you're going to like me. We didn't fire the coaching staff, right? Like nobody got moved. So a struggling team went to a highly successful winning team in 100 plus days.